My name is Dr. Tonyka McKinney. I am the Chief Business Officer for the Vision Community Foundation. And what we aim to do is to address marginalized communities and their needs, specifically sexual and gender minority communities. So we provide a gamut of things for them, whether that's HIV testing, most recently COVID testing, connecting them to services, connecting them to care. Well, Vision Community Foundation was inspired to embark on this trauma-informed organizational change journey because we knew that the populations that we served would have a really paramount need for being treated in a way that was trauma-informed. And because we have faith leaders in our organization, it's even more important for them to understand what trauma-informed ministry might look like, what trauma-informed education in a faith setting might look like. So this has been transformational for us. Honestly, when we started this journey, we did not expect to get the level of support and the level of education that we received through this training. We were just wanting to learn how to do an organizational change that's related to trauma-informed care, trauma-informed organizational change. But what we really got were partners and leaders and people who led us through this process and walked us through this process and held our hand at every moment. Again, we're used to getting grant funding. We're a grant funded organization, but this is the first grant that we've gotten where you don't have a deliverable on day number 30. Like, what happens in this process is that you are taken on a journey, like a substantial journey of learning and understanding what a trauma-informed organizational change is, and then how your organization fits into that. And everybody's journey is tailored to their organization, which has been really important and really great for us. One of the benefits that we've seen from starting this journey is just a change in the mindset of our leadership. Before we started this journey, we were completely uninformed about what a trauma-informed organizational change would look like, especially in an organization like ours that's unique to faith communities. So just having this experience and then seeing the transformation in the thought processes of how leadership and I are approaching the problems that we have in our organization, how we're approaching this trauma-informed organizational change, has been really, really awesome and really great. Seeing those mindsets literally change in the moment and seeing how we are applying what we've learned to develop our organizational strategy on the go forward. It's been really important. And so what we're hoping to do is pilot this trauma-informed organizational change journey in our home church, and then take the best practices from that and expand them to our larger church network that's going to be a national network. And that's going to have ripple effects for generations. If we can get our leaders trained on what trauma-informed organizational change is and how to apply that, that will make all of the faith communities that we're connected to even stronger and better prepared to serve as those minority populations that we have our major focus on. The advice I would give to an organization that is applying for this transformative grant opportunity is to keep an open mind and to not allow your previous experiences with funding to shape the way that you're looking at this particular funding, because it's totally different. It's totally out of the box. This is a very different process than anything that we've ever gone through. So I just suggest that people walk into this with an open mind, ready to learn, and be okay when it doesn't look like previous grant opportunities. Because that was a struggle for me, because I was like, okay, what are we reporting on this month? What are we delivering? What's next? What's next? And there was never a what's next or what's deliverable, because that's not how this process works. So it's literally was a process of retraining my brain from previous funding to this new world of the transformative grant opportunity. And so I would say, to prevent you from having that stress that I had in the beginning, trying to fight the process, just accept that this is a new process. This is less stressful. It shouldn't be as stressful as a previous grant, because that's not the point of this, right? So just have an open mind, Go with the flow. Ask as many questions as you want. The team is so supportive, so helpful. So please, there's no dumb questions. They answered all of mine, even though I might have sounded very, ridiculous. So yes, ask questions, walk through the process. Don't second guess yourself, and just understand that this is very different than what you're used to.